So now, Karibu to Alboa Cinema. I There's something I follow on the periphery. It's this phenomenon of passport bros. Like there's a lot of Americans, especially Black Americans, who've come to Kenya to experience, live here and whatnot. So there was an incident lately that involved one of them and you see, this is not one of those videos. Oh, this passport bros. No, 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 no. I'm not. I'm even just using the passport bros, identity as just loosely. It's not necessarily identify who they are. But one of those guys came around, and he really went back wild. So what we are going to react to over here is this gentleman called Oshay Duke Jackson. He has a channel called the Celebrity Junk. He's a black American who's operating out of Uganda at the moment. So he does these kinds of videos, this Magosi Panini, celebrity stuff and whatnot. And this particular one is because it was just a cultural thing that I like to say, stick my fingers into. So I thought I would say something about it. So let's listen to what Oshay has to do, because I've seen also a few of those passport bros come out and say, "Hey man, this guy and a choma. This guy is creating a PR disaster for us," and a lot of them are around investing and whatnot. So anyway, let's listen in over here.
It's your boy, Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again.
Before we continue, subscribe real fast. I'm going to 10,000 banner. Road to 10,000. Hello?
With another episode of the Celebrity Junk. If many of you guys heard about what happened with J Rello, J Rello is a
So this guy is called J Rello, this the guy we are talking about. So even me, I'm kind of being introduced to this particular person. So yeah. By the way, please forgive me. There's a lot of environmental noise. We are near the studio. There's usually families on the outside, construction on this side and this side. So let's just, FYI.
Black American travel vlogger. All right. And what tends to happen with J Rello is he begs his audience for money to travel around the world. And of course, the brothers out there in Kenya, Austin Holloman, Kid Greatness, it's a lot of black Americans out there. So they've been making the block hot out there, meaning in a good way.
Actually, they're actually quite a number of them. I've seen them. They have like a growing community slowly. Some of the guys are in like their 40s and later, and then there's the younger 30s, late 20s. Mostly men. Although I know one woman she's doing the business of bringing Black Americans. He said, I guess Americans in general, but it's usually Black Americans who want to come. So she's forming like investments, buying houses and things like that. It's a thing, just in case you didn't know, as a Kenyan, they are coming to colonize. I'm joking, of course.
Letting everybody know how good Kenya is. So J Rello decided that he would come out and visit. Problem with J Rello is that he said this.
Out here, I take my hat off to Austin for moving out here, because I'm looking around at the infrastructure and I'm like, I would not want to be around all of this poverty. I ain't gonna lie, coming from the United States and living here, it feels like a downgrade. I thought it was gonna be like a better infrastructure, but it just like, you in Africa, and it's like, it feels like, how you see like those National Geographic commercials and stuff. Like it's probably like 2 steps up from like hut living is what it feels. But I mean, they got nice like buildings, but like.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Okay, you see, some nuance here just a bit. I can tell it's one of those ignorant ones. But even a wrong clock is right twice a day. So this guy, if you're coming from America, where all those infrastructure and things are set up, it's large space, big cities and what, although they have also their degenerative areas, generally speaking, you'll find they're cleaner, they're better built, first world manenos. So that I guess would be a downgrade from somebody who's coming from there. But to say like it's just a tier level just above hearts, that's now is just being disrespectful because he's here in a Airbnb where there's electricity, Wi-Fi, what all those things. But he wants to. Anyway. That's the problem these days because so many people want a viral moment. They say a lot of stupid shit is said out here. So we have no choice but to respond accordingly. What is he called? Pookie. This Pookie, what is he called? They call him a Pookie. By the way, this Oshay guy said passport Pookie hides in Nairobi after chick clapping mistake. I like that description. Chick clappings, Anyway, this guy is called this J Rello fellow. Anyway, he's kind of anyway. As far as the infrastructure thing, the poverty, are we going to say is it's not very wrong? I mean, we have a lot of poverty, but there's a way you can tell people anyway.
It just when you go outside and you just look, it just looks that's like it just the poverty, the visuals is just poverty. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's not as bad as I could imagine somewhere else being. Right?
He's just speaking over himself. He's just contradicting himself. He says one thing, then the next thing is like, no, I thought it was like this, then it's not like that. But then also because there's this other passport bros who are having the time of their life. Because there's also poverty, yes. That's something we know very clearly. If you go to Kibra, you go to Madare, you go to places in Ushago, all the around, you go to Kisii, some places. But it's not that kind of like it's to them, you see, when they're like the projects, they have some amenities running and things like that, generally speaking. So I guess, if this guy comes from like even a project in America, even just slightly above, he would notice. That's the thing, because a lot of us, like, we don't have a lot of paved roads. We have in some places, but in most places there's none. So there's that. Now I know people want to dump the emotions, but we already know he's an idiot. But let's also chew it better so that we are not like him. We understand the nuance. We understand the poverty that we have around. No.
So I'm gonna give it probably like a 6 on how bad it's like blown away right now that these chicks are so ugly to mid guys. I'm like, I was in the club like, why are they not attractive enough? Like that. Most of these chicks, guys, you're not gonna want to pay the. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You see, if you go to downtown, I think J Rello went to those downtown rugged places with those overused hoes, 300 bomb. Because you see, in America also, like in those ghettos, those black ghettos, when we see your women, my friend. Your women, especially, they're morbidly obese, most of them, and they look horrible. Those weird weaves and eyelashes. Okay, we have that here also. But it comes from your place. Your women are not particularly anything to write home about. Like, let's just be honest. A lot of what you'd see in places is because of poverty, not as good makeup and clothes, maybe that. But you can't talk about looks, my guy. Us medium ugly people, we have to kind of be humble, when in the looks department. J Rello, you are. Look at J Rello. Handsome man is come to tell women. Anyway, for me, this is kind of like content. It's just funny now. So, yeah, J Rello is a member of my team, the medium ugly fraternity, but he's acting like he's some handsome guy. Man, these chicks be ugly. Like, my friend, I think you're broke because you overpay for Pudesh. You go so you get a good looking one and you overpay, and then anyway.
Most of these chicks you feel like you should be on for free. I ain't gonna.
It doesn't make sense. There are very hot women who will give you for free if they like you. If you're hot enough, J Rello. You see, us guys, we have to sometimes purchase. But if you have some language, if you're not a buffoon like him, you can argue your case. Because especially if you're coming from America with your accent, man, and your dollars, it can get us something nice to smash. But you have to pay if it's really good. But also, there are places where you're going to get those ones that will give you for free. They just want to like hang out, just be with you. You know what I'm saying? If you go to such a place, my friend, you can get some nice things for free. You see now, this guy has no game, but he's talking about it. You have it is the ones that are very ugly. Anyway, sometimes yes, the ugly people we have to give things for free. To buy goodwill.
Lie. You
But that
want
includes J Rello. J Rello has to pay for everything. J Rello has to pay for everything because we are all ugly here. What are you talking about? You're talking about the ugly cheese for free. No, you have to pay them because in the looks department you've equalized. You want the punani, so you have to pay. She really doesn't want that the dick because she can get another one.
to use your reason. Like blown away that so much of a city could have so many average to ugly looking women, yo. It's just like
So J Rello was calling the women ugly. Then there was an incident which I don't want to play. You can go see it at World Star Hip Hop, where basically he was trying to get a product to have sex on camera. Now J
Then after talking such a game, J Rello, you're going to get. You couldn't even get one of our hosts to be recorded. J Rello, so people here get things recorded for very $5, $10. You couldn't get one, and you're talking big like, oh, they're so ugly. You couldn't get an ugly hoe to do your will. What is this delusional world we live in, brother? I remember I did a video about another one. There's another one who came here, where we're top notch. I remember that guy, yes. It's the same vibe, people who talk big, but they're really minuscule people. And because they come, especially where they come from, they are bottom feeders. They come here, they think, you see, if you are well behaved and you pay your way, if you have money, people will respect you. They don't. You can't get a hoe to be recorded, my friend, and you're talking big. My friends, relax, Jerino.
Rello is known for this. He is known for clapping cheeks and then posting it over on X.com.
Oh,
You know what I'm
come
saying?
on.
I don't know why people want
So,
to do
so
that.
he's a real degenerate, like those people who like it's attention at all costs. And he's dealing with bottom feeders, of course, people who you would allow you to record them. That's the thing. It's only bottom feeders that even in terms of the department of paying for Pudesh, there are many of them the classy ones will not allow you to record. Unless, of course, there are people they allow to record because they pay the Africa Bay, they pay the price.
But hey,
Hey.
he's been doing it, okay? And this is important because it's not like J Rello wasn't a crash out before. It's not like these guys, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, because maybe they thought that he wouldn't try this before, but J Rello has had many problems before. So this ain't
Oh,
the
it's
first time.
so it's just a hellraiser, attention seeker, bottom feeder kind. Okay, so the rest are most of them are fine. Just like here we have our idiots, many. They go to America, we know they are idiocy. It's the same thing.
But again, I think the brothers thought that he could change and all this stuff, but it was all bad. Like, he ended up on the Nairobi Gossip Club. I mean, I think he's on Kenyan TV because the clip that he did, it sounded like he hit this lady. You couldn't see it, but you could hear it. He's telling her she need to get out because she don't want to have camera. He can beat her MNF and ass and all this stuff. And so now the block is hot on J Rello. And what's so bad is he don't really have a whole lot of money to get back. He was trying to get to South Africa. But
Come on, okay. You had said he's one of those beggars online. I'm trying to run stuff in South Africa. Everybody, put some in my cash app. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to travel, and go try and get another prostitute. in South Africa try and record her, man. My guys, you see, you can, if you're like a top guy that such travels, you'll have guys funding. But if you're just some idiot like this person here, it might be difficult. Maybe he has some unemployment benefits he gets in America, which he waits to come in. Because those unemployment benefits, they're a lot of money if you come around. And you live downtown where you get those daddy house. This guy, is going to some Airbnb also. You can afford $20
This is what
Airbnb.
happened.
As you guys know, basically went viral out here in Kenya for the situation with the young lady the other day, and it's even bigger than I initially projected. I'm like famous out here now, and from
Like, yeah, I'm big, man. I'm like, no, this is what the description of a bottom feeder is. It says some stupid things. Then now it's coming out like, men, like they can't stop. Like, you're a moment. You're like a fart. Somebody farts and it disappears. It stinks for a bit in the room. You open the windows. It's fine. That's what you are, J Rello.
is the word basically. It's I'm so hot like to where I can't even really even leave the house without
Oh, come
people
on.
pointing and like whispering. I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, oh my God. So I guess they posted me on
The people don't care that much. It's just online. Nobody cares. No.
some the equivalent of like Shade Room. I guess they had some blog out here and it's like going really crazy. And so I'm starting to get recognized as that guy that they got me basically as the guy that was complaining about how ugly the women are here, which is actually facts, but it's just funny that they actually got me going viral.
There are ugly women in your country, especially the neighborhoods you come from. There are very many ugly women. Or you think we don't have the internet, JRL? So that is facts for everywhere. There are ugly people everywhere. You're one of them. Please, let's be humble here. The medium ugly community, JRL.
For that and the other situation that happened with the young lady. So like as of this moment right now, we just gotta get up out of Kenya, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta
So he wants to beg for money.
I gotta get up out of here. I'm too hot. I'm hot. I'm not like I feel like Osama bin Laden right now. Like I'm in a different B&B hiding out. I'm just
The guy is a loser.
I never knew Kenya was like that, where it was like so close knit that like word got around.
No, we have the internet, fool. Just like everywhere else, we can communicate. He's a real bottom feeder, this one.
Like so crazy like this. So it's kind of I'm in a spot to where I undermine how close because it's a big city. Like this place is huge. Like it's vast. It's a lot. It's a lot to basically there's a lot to get to. But it's also so big to where you can stay your whole time and not see somebody. So because there's just so many little duck off spots, so many little clubs and little just hole in the wall spots to where this is like a perfect hideout type of place because it's low, but if you go outside, you will get recognized. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of them things.
So J Rello is out there hiding around, and he hiding in an Airbnb. He afraid to come outside. The block is hot, and
It's not, nobody cares really. Let's be honest. He's just trying to set up his viewers for the donations.
basically he even said something bad like these B ass simps that's on him. They like something is wrong with them. But I'm gonna just say it's like this, man. J Rello, bro. I mean, you from Gary, Indiana. You said you a tough guy. I mean, why don't you just come outside, man, and tell everybody, like, what's up? I'm here. Like,
You see, this is the thing. Even if nothing would really happen to him, because we all know we don't care that much about it. So I'm just gonna jump from that. That was Oshay, Duke Jackson, or celebrity, whatever. So there's this guy. Him is a passport bro, who's a local. I think he goes out, but he's really based here. There's another guy, Austin Holman, is here. So this guy had something to say about that. So I'm gonna do this quick reaction for this one. I'll leave, of course, all their channels down below. If you want to go and watch other stuff that they God, how dare. So Kid Greatness is one name that is responding to this fiasco. The entire thing, by the way, is a lot of these things. It's you see, like when an idiot says bad things about you, when somebody who, if they say something that is not true or you don't really care about it, it shouldn't bother you. You know, that's me where I am right now. If somebody describes me correctly, and it's maybe I don't like how he described it, but it's true. It might pain, and I'll swallow and move on. But you can't always get over the top, just angry. It's- You're just giving the guy what he wants. But even so, there's some things he said that were true, but it's not like it's localized to Kenya. Poverty is worldwide, even in America. Maybe how it is gauged because they have a lot of social safety nets, then it's different. But you see, if you look at, for example, the Kenyans in America, or in general, they live a middle class life when they move there, the opportunities and whatnot. Because even there, these guys, a lot of guys like this Ojero, or whatever, J Rello, fellow, these are bottom feeders. They can't compete with Kenyans. But also here, we have to accept we have a lot of nonsense going on, horrible infrastructure. The places where the roads are good, but in many places also they are bad. The ghettos, you know, you know.
Today when I woke up, I found a very, very disturbing video in my inbox.
Put your
And it
clothes
was
on
of
now.
African American man by the name of Rello.
Oh, so that's so part of the video. I'm not gonna show it. You can go find it. This are not important.
Attacking a Kenyan woman, and he was trying to like record them having sex or something. I have no idea what he was really trying to do.
That's
But the
all.
gist
That's
of
what he
it,
was trying
he
to
was
do.
trying to record them having sex. The Kenyan lady didn't want to do it. They got into an altercation, and then he ended up putting her hands on him. Now, first of all, I want to say he is not a representation of.
You don't have to say that. We know. I understand. Like these guys have to come out and condemn such things because they feel that people will close in on them and they'll close opportunities to them and they're trying to do things. But really, we can see the idiot a mile off. If you're a decent guy, you're a decent guy. It doesn't matter where you come from. And I think, generally speaking, there are people who will stereotype you. Of course, it's part of the process. But in the end, you have a lot of videos of you guys around here doing whatever you're doing, and people don't by and large, nobody really minds you guys around. They know you guys spend money, you're investing, you're doing things. Nobody minds. It's just every now and then you have the idiot come out, so you don't have to feel that it's because sometimes when you come out like that, no, you didn't do anything. It's the idiot J Rello. Let J Rello receive everything. He'll be given. I'm sure the women have given him their feel, and the guys. Personally, it's content. I didn't really care about bottom feeders like that. But for you guys, because you're here doing business and what, don't own rubbish, even if it's from someone from your country. I mean,
African Americans. Like he's like the scum of the earth right now. He's already known for having. I don't even know how he even got into the country because he already has like a record and all this shit. But
in Kenya, you can get
I
it
do
if you
know
have
Rello.
money.
He is a fan of my content. He has reached out to me on multiple occasions. With me, I try to give people guidance. Like if I see somebody's going down the wrong path, and somebody has like a checkered past, I believe some people can have redemption. So I tried to offer him guidance and all that. And he didn't listen, and now he's ended up in the situation he is. Now, I don't want this to turn into a thing like this is how African Americans act. This is not how we act. There's so many people coming here doing great things, helping the community. Like just 2 days ago on Thursday, I was in Madeira working with the young
Madeira.
tits. That's Teens Talent. I forgot what the acronym. But we went out there. We shot a video with them. We offered some support. We fed the kids, and this is just like, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. There's so many people out here from the African American community giving back, building with locals. Because I feel like if we work together, we can make a brighter future. Because I know Africa is the future. It is not even a question in my mind that Africa is the future. But we're gonna have like crazy bad actors like Rello pop up from time to time
Yes.
and try to disrail stuff like this. And we can't let this like divide us and be like, okay, it's Kenyans versus African Americans or create hatred. Because honestly, I really love Kenya.
Look, let me just cut there. I'll also leave his channel link below. Look, Kid Greatness. You're doing your thing. I've seen some of your content. It's really great. You're just having a good time. You're investing. You're doing your things. But I've also seen that you've also met with some of the thuggery in our communities and whatnot. You shouldn't. You see, you guys get it a lot, and we also get that there are a lot of videos from across the world. So it's not a you thing, but what it should be that you guys continue doing your thing. I think you should lean more towards doing some proper business. Of course, you can do your community outreach if you want. I personally don't care much for it. I'd rather investment directly, teaching a man how to fish kind of scenario other than, So it is what it is, but whatever you can do, do it. It is, but you're not being judged by the character of J Rello, the idiot. So, guys, I don't know. I think that's enough on this person. I don't know. For you guys who've interacted with the Black American, personally, I've not had any kind of negative interactions with foreigners generally. Most of them are just people just hustling, doing business, having fun, whatever they are doing. It's never really um, always negative. But every now and then somebody comes along that is meme material, like J Rello. How about VIP? Guys, subscribe to the channel. Road to 10,000. Yes, 10,000. Also, please leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you all think. And until next time,